I learned 4 controversial lessons attracting 10 out of 10 girls that I wish I knew when I was younger, starting with something that will change the way you see dating. This attractive girl I used to date had an ex who she didn't even really find that attractive, and she actually told me this. He was a drug dealer who was not skinny, had nothing really going for him in life, but he was just in the right place at the right time and they ended up dating. And on another occasion, I was seeing a baddie who now is dating a guy who I know who is bald and had the weirdest personality ever. And they've been dating for over 2 years. See, the thing you need to take away from this is that hot girls get with low value dudes all of the time just because they have the confidence to go after them and they're in the right place at the right time with the right circumstances, and they end up either getting with that girl or dating her. It happens all of the time. And this is why confidence is so valuable. And I built you boys a confidence transformation guide so you can take the exact steps that I took to develop my confidence and go from a shy, insecure geek to a confident playboy. And it's going to be completely free because I love you guys. It's the first link in the description below. And if the hot girls don't ever reply to you online, here's what to actually do about it. See, I get with hot girls all the time and they're always telling me that they get DMs from guys and they never reply to them. And that's same true for me. I just came to Norway and I've had over 100 matches on Tinder. And guess how many dates I've gotten out of those? 0. But in person, every single interaction I have has been fantastic. I've only had 1 rejection off the bat, and she ended up apologizing for being so rude because I was such a nice guy to her friends, and she ended up inviting me to hang out with her the whole night. So in person is where you can get the baddies, and then from there you set up the dates and it all works out. But the lesson here is no one is talking to girls in real life. These hot girls don't want you to slide in their DMs. They want you to approach them in real life when they're out partying or doing something fun, and that's the time to meet them and get to know them. Let your strong characteristics shine through, like your charm, your charisma, your courage, and they're gonna see this and they're gonna find you attractive. But if you think you can hide behind a screen and get these hot girls, you are strongly mistaken, my friend. Now, when you have a girl that's actually interested in you, what do you do to take things to the next level? Do you need to take her to some fancy Salt Bay restaurant, or is a walk in the city enough? Let me tell you, I have never taken a girl on an expensive date right off the bat. About 3 years ago, I met a beautiful girl in Sweden, and the first date that we did was just a simple walk in the city. She actually biked 45 minutes to come see me. I offered to pick her up and she was like, no, it's okay, I'll bike. And I was like, all right. We ended up just having a simple walk, had a conversation, and that was all that it took for me to win her over and for her to really like me to the next level. And then we ended up going back to her place. I drove her bike home and we watched a movie at her house, and it was a really amazing night. See, the girls don't have high expectations. The girl that I dated about 4 years ago at this point, she had never been on a proper date in her life. So when I took her out to get sushi, she was ecstatic. She was like, oh babe, you're doing so great. Like, absolutely appreciate these dates. Like, I've never really been on a date before. So these hot girls, they don't have high expectations. And if they do, that's pretty much a red flag for me. I wouldn't be interested anyway. So most of these girls have such low expectations, so you just going on a simple walk in the city or anything like that is more than enough. And if she wants more than that, she's not interested in you for the right reasons. When you're talking to a girl, doing this will make you stand out from every other guy. So last summer, I was with one of the baddest girls that I've ever been with. She was so gorgeous and she knew it. She knew she was attractive, but I didn't verbalize this. I didn't obsess over this. I focused on developing an emotional connection. We talked about things like her family, her past, her work, her friends, her career, her hopes, dreams, and aspirations, things like this. And this allowed us to develop a really strong bond that wasn't just about the physical. The physical was portrayed through the nonverbal communication, the eye contact, the smile, the laughs, the touching. These are the things that portray and build the sexual tension. It doesn't need to be verbalized. And if you do verbalize it, it's kind of just like shooting yourself in the foot. There's a time and a place for this, but that's not on dates in the initial interactions. This is more something you save for when you're later on in like the bedroom. Those are times when you can bring up compliments along those lines. But when you're on a date, you want to focus on developing an emotional connection and really getting to know this girl for who she is, complimenting her on things like her intelligence, the great questions that she asked, her good heart and her humor is gonna make so much, it's gonna do so much more for you than trying to compliment her beauty, because she knows she's attractive. But when you give her compliments about the things that no one really sees and is commonly overlooked, she's gonna appreciate this to another level. And once again, boys, confidence is going to be the key in all of this. If you want to date the hottest girls, you need to be confident in yourself. There's no substitute for it. So that is why I built you my confidence transformation guide that gives you every single step that I took to become the man I am today, going from that shy, insecure geek who couldn't get with a single girl to a confident playboy who talks to every single girl with ease, and it's just something I do. It's just like natural. It's like my name. It's just, oh, talking to a pretty girl, let's do it. So if you want that to be you, pick up this guide. It's completely free. It's going to be the first link in the description below.